Whenever you go through something like a hurricane and you don't have anything left, you need everything.
Tonight, the Suncoast is coming together to collect supplies for victims of Hurricane Michael, how you can help those in need.
Plus, new developments in the murder investigation of a Sarasota man.
And when two men accused of dragging a shark behind a boat could go to trial. Your Suncoast News starts now.
You're watching ABC7 News at 5.
Good evening, I'm Jacqueline Matter.
I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks for being with us today. Our top story, President Trump surveying some of the areas hardest hit by Hurricane Michael today. He landed this afternoon in the Florida Panhandle, where Governor Rick Scott praised the assistance provided by the White House to responding to the disaster. ABC's Lana Zach gives us a look at the president's visit today.
President Donald Trump praised first responders as he touched down in an area ravaged by Hurricane Michael.
We are doing more than anybody would have ever done, and probably there hasn't been hits like this, certainly not very often.
The president and first lady saw some of the devastation from the Category 4 hurricane, which obliterated entire neighborhoods.
Hard to believe. I've seen pictures, but it's hard to believe.
In an earlier interview with 60 Minutes, Mr. Trump was asked if witnessing natural disasters as commander-in-chief informed his perspective on climate change.
You don't know whether or not that would have happened with or without man.
I was thinking, what if he said, no, I've seen the hurricane situations, I've changed my mind. There really is climate change. And I thought, wow, what an impact. What an impact that would make.
I'm not denying climate change, but it could very well go back.
And with only 3 weeks until the midterm elections, the president has been busy on the campaign trail. Here he is in Montana in July, taking on a potential 2020 Democratic challenger, Elizabeth Warren.
I will give you $1 million to your favorite charity, paid for by Trump, if you take the test and it shows you're an Indian.
And now Warren's released her DNA results.
What do the facts say?
The facts suggest that you absolutely have a Native American ancestor in your pedigree.
When asked about Warren's DNA test, the president said that he hopes she's running for president and that he thinks it will be easy to beat her. On Twitter, Warren asked President Trump to donate $1 million to the National Indigenous Women's Resource Center. Lana Zach, ABC News, Washington.
Here on the Suncoast, the community is coming together to help those in need. Numerous organizations are collecting donations to send to the Florida Panhandle. ABC7's Taylor Torregano is live at one of them, the Manatee County Sheriff's Office, where employees and volunteers are filling a semi-truck full of much-needed items. Taylor?
Scott, look at all of this stuff. More than 50 bins nearly full with your common household goods like shaving cream, toothbrushes, chapstick, insect repellent. And believe it or not, this is just the beginning. Today, I saw a lot of sweat and generosity from our neighbors for the victims of Hurricane Michael.
In the wake of destruction, an outpouring of Suncoast support.
Whenever you go through something like a hurricane and you don't have anything left, you need everything.
Things like batteries, baby food, fans, water,
tuna, peanut butter, basic staples. When you're stranded out there and there's no place to go get stuff, that's bound to help out a little bit.
Within hours, the Manatee County Sheriff's Office had nearly filled this semi with donations. But it's not just here. The spirit of giving has overtaken Sarasota, too.
Good morning. How are you today? Thank you so much.
Scott Colasar and the iHeartMedia team stood at the intersection of Stickney Point and US 41 in 93-degree heat.
Very happy to help.
Collecting money for the victims.
We thought panhandling for the Panhandle would be a great idea. So we took over this intersection and one down in Venice for about 6 hours.
For Colasar, the sunburn was worth it when one of the people who pulled up to the intersection was an evacuee from Panama City.
He said he lost his house and his school had the roof torn off. I think he went to Florida Gulf Coast. It's somebody just at random pulls up and says thank you when you're doing something like this for what you think are strangers, and it's people right here.
Similar sentiments from a community who knows it very easily could have been us.
This could happen in our community any day. It's people do want to help people, and that's what it comes down to.
Now, these guys will be here at the Manatee County Sheriff's Office until 7 p.m. tonight, but there's a growing list of other organizations who are now collecting donations too. For a list of locations that are nearby to you, we put a link on our website. Just visit mysuncoast.com. I'm live at the Manatee County Sheriff's Office. Taylor Torgano, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Taylor, thank you. All Faiths Food Bank is also hoping to feed 50,000 people impacted by the storm. All the boxes will be going up to the only food bank open in Tallahassee. Crews also plan to drop donated food by helicopter in small rural areas hit hard by Michael. The CEO of All Faiths Food Bank tells us her organization has been working since last week to get food to those in great need.
The food bank and the families in those communities are positively devastated, and I don't think we quite understand the severity of the problem up there. In Bay County alone, every school was damaged. Kids are not in school, so to give you an idea of the structure, the infrastructure is gone up there. The need is that great in that community. I just hope our neighbors here understand that this is going to be a marathon. It's going to take a long time to bring those communities back.
Well, you can help with relief efforts by becoming a volunteer or by donating non-perishable Pop-Top canned foods. You can also sign up or drop off donations at All Faiths Food Bank on Blakey Court in Sarasota. And Scott, I think Taylor said it best. You know, we know what it's like to be kind of in those situations, not as severe as those affected by Hurricane Michael, but we know what it's like to have to live without power and with all of that.
It's wonderful. It's so heartwarming to see the the groundswelling of support here for those people, because they have it really tough right now, and will probably for quite some time to come. Well, we're back to kind of summer weather here on the Suncoast after a taste of fall. Here's First Alert Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan with more on our forecast.
Yeah, and I know the Catholic Charities also accepting donations. They need tarps, also water and gloves, a real big deal there. Also at the Epiphany Cathedral in Venice, and another drop-off location is Saints Peter and Paul Church as well. We need to help these people out. It is devastation up there, as we've been seeing the video and pictures. It's a really good idea to help out right now, because you never know when we may need help as well. 86 degrees right now, the temperature. It feels like 97 out there. West winds are at 10. There is a little sea breeze that has kicked in, and that may be a little focal point for a few showers, spotty showers at best, because there's not a lot of moisture to work with, and so we're not anticipating a lot of rainfall, but temperatures have really soared today and near record highs expected again tomorrow. Well, here's a look at some of those temperatures now. If you're right by the water, it's a little bit cooler, 83 with that west breeze developing, 85 in Inglewood, Venice at 88 degrees, but 91 in Northport, and the heat index at 97 at Mayaca City. It feels like 95 in Sarasota, 96 in Braden, so summer is still hanging on and will do so again tomorrow. Near record highs through Wednesday anticipated, and a backdoor cold front comes in on Thursday, and that will cool us down just a little bit, but give us a better chance for some rainfalls. We'll start to see some moisture return by Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of this week, but there's not a lot out there. You can see a little bit of activity starting to flare up near Fort Myers into Lee County, and also we can expect a few isolated showers I mentioned here with that sea breeze which has developed, and then we'll see that east wind tomorrow, and that always warms us up to near 90 degrees. More on our forecast. Take a look at the tropics too. Reconnaissance aircraft may be investigating an area down to our south as early as tomorrow afternoon. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. We'll talk to you soon. New developments tonight in a suspicious death investigation in Collier County. Detectives have identified human remains found on Friday as 55-year-old Sergio Hostins, a Sarasota resident who was reported missing on October 8th. Detectives are looking for 31-year-old Daniel Davenport, who they believe is responsible for Hostins' murder. Detectives say Davenport may be in the Tampa Bay area, driving Hostins' green Subaru Forester. If you see him, call 911 immediately.
Two Manatee County men who are accused of dragging a shark behind their speeding boat nearly 2 years ago will not be going to trial anytime soon. During a hearing this morning, the defense attorneys for the two men asked for more time for discovery. The judge in Hillsborough County ruling a trial date will now be determined in sometime early December. Michael Wenzel of Palmetto and Robert Benek III of Bradenton are each charged with 2 felony counts of aggravated cruelty to animals. In the viral video, a group of men could be seen on a boat laughing and pointing at the shark behind the fast-moving boat. Experts could not determine if the shark was dead or alive at the time. Both men have pleaded not guilty to those charges.
Well, ABC7 business commentator Richard Stern joining us now. And Richard, some down arrows kind of across the board today.
Yeah, much of what we saw last week. On Friday, we certainly did put together a pretty good rally, but More of the same, except for Friday. Indeed, when I was here at noon with Scott today, the Dow was up by 90 points, and frankly, it was up by 142 points at the high of the day. But that was at the high of the day. The market closed at the low of the day. The only good news is that volume was very light, no panic selling that anyone could find. And frankly, we're still looking at the Fed and interest rates as a logical excuse for why this sell-off continues. So let's take a look at today's damage, although it's not so terrible. There you see the Dow down 89 points, just over 1/3 of 1% at 25,250.55. That on a volume of 702 million shares. Yet NASDAQ down 66 points, the big loser of the day, down 0.9 of 1% at 7,430.74. That on volume of 1,509 million shares. And if those two are down, you bet. The S&P is down 16 points, 0.6 of 1% at 2,750.79. Well, the end of an era. Sears Roebuck, call them what you want. I call them going out of business. Sears today declared Chapter 11 bankruptcy. The company said it will be closing more than 140 stores between now and the end of the year. This, folks, is from the company that once was the largest retailer in the United States of America, famous certainly for any number of things, including the famous Sears catalog, brand names like Craftsman, if you're familiar with that, Kenmore. And let me tell you, this was one viable company. About 10 years ago, they merged with Kmart. A lot of people think that was less than a good idea. And frankly, it's been since 2010 that Sears last posted a profit. So let me say this company's only been in business for more than 125 years. That said, they just have not kept up with the times, and obviously pretty sad to see Sears going goodbye.
Just about any big mall across the country, you expected to see a Sears there, and I understand that these closings are going to have an effect here.
Yeah, well, we saw at Sarasota Square Mall not recently, and today it was announced DeSoto Square Mall, which was Sears was one of the first tenants in the early 1970s. That store will be closed before the end of this calendar year.
Wow.
Pretty tough.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Richard.
You're
We'll see you
welcome.
tomorrow.
Still to come in your Suncoast News, how red tide is affecting the start of stone crab season, which begins today.
And Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with your first alert forecast, plus a new solution to preventing brain injuries in team sports. We'll have a look at those stories coming up.
The ABC7 Stock Report is sponsored by Sunset Cadillac.
Okay, so what would you bring to my company?
What do you need?
I need problem-solving skills.
I got through high school without a car, a phone, or a computer.
No college degree, though.
Not yet, but life's taught me a lot, and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire. But you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
Reorganizing a space in your home? Save up to 15% on our premium finishes during the California Closets Autumn Upgrade event. Contact us today for a free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Rugs as Art. You know the name, you know the building, but do you know what's inside? Yes, Rugs as Art is Florida's #1 area rug superstore, but there is so much more. Amazing furniture, accessories, and art. All this and more. Come see for yourself. You'll love our personal touch and be pleasantly surprised by our affordable prices. Rugs as Art and more. There is so much more to explore.
Your last chance for 2018 Honda Civics on sale is now. During our model year-end sale, drive new Civics for just $169 a month. You made Civic the best-selling compact car in America. And now get Civic, a KBB.com's best buy of the year for less than the competition. New Civics just $169 a month. Your last chance for Civics, all on sale this week at your local Honda dealer.
Serving part-time as a soldier in the Army National Guard can give you a head start on your career. Gain practical experience with technology and equipment to get an edge in the civilian world. Learn about the paid training and career opportunities available to you at NationalGuard.com.
Blue 32, Blue 32, hot, hot.
It's the Gatto Gridiron Challenge. The game's on to sell 2,000 vehicles. 12 teams compete for the #1 spot. Score a great deal at every Gatto dealership. Buy with 0 down. Make no payments for 90 days. Choose from 14 of your favorite brands, all on sale. Who will make it to the end zone? You decide. Rush to a Gatto location near you or visit Gatto.com.
Gatto's got it.
Watch ABC7 wherever you are. Just search ABC7 on your streaming device to keep up with the Suncoast from the comfort of your couch. Download ABC7 now to watch us on TV anytime you want. ABC7, we're here for you wherever you are.
Reorganizing a space in your home? Save up to 15% on our premium finishes during the California Closets Autumn Upgrade event. Contact us today for a free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Today is the official start of stone crab season, but it's unfortunately off to a pretty bad start. Local crabbers say this is what October 15th usually looks like on the Suncoast. Hundreds of stone crab claws being brought in for restaurants eager to have them available. But instead today, these local fishermen are struggling with empty traps, and they say they know what's to blame.
I believe it's a red tide. It's just the water quality's just been down. You know, whether they're pushed out into deeper water or what, we're not sure.
Hurricane Michael may have also have an impact on the location of the stone crab since it stirred up the Gulf. Stone crab season, though, will continue through May 15th.
Sarasota County health officials have lifted the no swim advisory at a number of Sarasota County beaches, including Longboat Key Beach, North Lido Beach, Lido Casino Beach, Siesta Key Beach, and the rest of the beaches that are listed on your screen right there. You can also find the full list on our website at mysuncoast.com. However, Nokomis Beach and Manasota Key Beach still have a no swim advisory in place. Health officials expect to have the next round of test results tomorrow afternoon.
Well, we've still got an east wind around, which is, helping. If it's still out there, it's keeping it offshore.
And the people going to the beaches aren't getting the impacts as much as that is. Welcome, by the way, Monday, a very hot day today again. And looks as though we are looking for temperatures to stay pretty warm. But speaking of the beaches, here's Holmes Beach. A lot of folks out there today enjoying the nice hot weather. Although if you're right along the coast, there is a little bit of a west wind. Sea breeze has kicked in, but it won't be around for long. And lots of sunshine out there today with temperatures warming above average. And looks like pretty calm conditions for boaters and waters out there, not a problem. As far as the front goes, well, there it is. There's a pretty strong cold front to the north of us, but there's a high pressure ridge which is stronger, and that's going to stop this from advancing in our direction. Now, again, we are looking for the possibility of a high pressure ridge, again, situated just offshore of the Carolinas now. That's going to, with its winds rotating in a clockwise fashion, hold this front off to the north of us. Now, this front is advancing to the southeast. Behind it, some really cold temperatures, but it's going to drop a little bit further off to the south throughout the day on Tuesday. But that high pressure ridge I mentioned will block it from getting into our area anytime soon. Now, eventually, it works its way back in as a backdoor front on late Wednesday and into early Thursday. Some showers, not much around here. A few spotty showers starting to pop up. Now, remember, I said there is a little weak sea breeze here. So with an east wind, generally we can see the potential for a few spotty showers this evening, but there's really just not enough moisture in the atmosphere to kick off too much activity. Here's a look at those sustained winds now. They're out of the east everywhere near I-75, but then they start to switch over near the islands. West wind at Longboat Key, Anna Maria, Siesta Key out of the west at 7 miles an hour. And Inglewood the same, Manasota Beach and Venice, but just at Warm Mineral Springs, it's still out of the east there. So there's a little convergence zone that may set up and bring with it a few isolated showers, but I'm not anticipating a lot of rainfall over a wide area. But we'll see a little bit better chance for rain come Wednesday as some moisture starts to return back into our weather picture. Even tomorrow looks relatively dry. Rain chances pretty much non-existent across the area. Low temperatures tonight will be unseasonably warm. Wasn't a nice start on Saturday morning? Temperatures in the mid-60s on Saturday, but mid-70s, even some upper 70s expected for us tomorrow morning. Upper 70s there at Longboat Key, Sebring at 75, Wauchula at 74. That's well above average for this time of year. The hourly planner looks like this. Temperatures sizzling again by the afternoon. We're talking highs near 90 degrees with a heat index, you guessed it, near 100 by, say, 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Well, there's that dry air I mentioned. It's in place across most of the southeast United States. It's hot, unfortunately, where they're doing cleanup right now. Can you imagine 90-degree temperatures? Feels like temperatures in 100 and no air conditioning, so they're battling that as well. We're also watching another area of disturbed weather. This is Invest 94L, and it's close enough to land that it's not too concerning. However, we're to bump a little bit further off to the north. Reconnaissance aircraft is scheduled to investigate this area tomorrow afternoon. It is a 40% chance developing. If it were to develop, more than likely it would take off toward the west, and it could get into the southwest Gulf of Mexico. Right now it's 86, and the heat index is 97, so it's cooling down just a little bit. And as far as boating goes, winds will be out of the east, turning to the northwest for Tuesday. Again, we'll see that little sea breeze kick in, a light chop on the bays and inland waters. The extended forecast looks like this. Tuesday looks good. We'll see a 40% chance for late day storms Wednesday, and Thursday the rain chance staying at 40%. High temperatures a little bit cooler, back down to more seasonal averages by the weekend, with lows down into the low 70s. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. Let's get to first alert traffic. We're seeing on I-75 this evening some minor backups as you head north between University Parkway and then State Road 70. But then after that, as you head north, it does clear up past 70. Jacqueline.
Thanks, Scott. In health news tonight, the enrollment period to buy health insurance through the federal government starts today, and premiums should be relatively low compared to previous years. Florida insurers requested the lowest premium hikes under so-called Obamacare since the law's inception, despite numerous obstacles from the Trump administration. The state's largest insurer, Florida Blue, requested a merger increase of less than 0.5%. The other 9 requested to raise their rates by an average of about 5%. The enrollment for that period runs through December 7th. Well, football and soccer can teach you teamwork, discipline, and keep you active. They're good for you, but they're also associated with traumatic brain injury. Researchers at the Children's Hospital of Cincinnati have been outfitting teens with a specialized collar that applies pressure to the neck. The artery safely backfills the brain, causing the brain to be less likely to move upon impact. They found that a girls' soccer team that wore that collar had limited impact on the brain in brain scans compared to a team that did not wear that collar. Coming up, a disturbing incident at a Kentucky school caught on camera. Why this video has prompted an investigation by state authorities. And a giant snake drops in on an office meeting. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
I was always worried and scared. Mom was in pain. She wasn't going to get any better, and all the trips to the ER were painful for all of us. Then we called Tidewell Hospice, and everything changed. Now she has care in our home when she needs it, surrounded by family. We know we don't have much time left with Mom, but we decided to make the best out of that time. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
If you don't want to fall immediately into love, look away. If you don't want to awaken a desire for excellence, look away. If you don't want to be seduced, please look away.
Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
Well, Thomas, you've got prediabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have prediabetes. Big time.
A disturbing incident at a Kentucky school caught on camera showing an 11-year-old boy who has autism and is nonverbal being dragged across several hallways and up a staircase by a teacher and nurse. The boy's mother says the teacher texted her saying he refused to stand, so they picked him up. At home, though, she noticed bumps and bruises on her son's body and turned to the school with questions. The incident has now prompted investigations by school officials and state authorities. A large tree fell onto and damaged 2 cars in Hollywood, California Saturday, and the incident was caught on camera. Drew Kosak says moments after he got into his apartment, surveillance video caught the tree falling over and then slamming into his Infiniti and the car near it. One of the traffic officers told him the reason for the tree falling was its roots had deteriorated. The apartment manager said she contacted the city about the tree more than a year ago, and the city said there wasn't any budget money for the tree's removal.
A meeting at an office in China wrapped up a bit early thanks to a massive python that literally fell from the ceiling. Take a look. It happened during a morning meeting at a bank in South China. The huge snake slithered around the office space until curling up under a couch. Eventually, the authorities arrived and collected it using extended tongs, a sack, and a whole lot of bravery. The animal is currently being kept at the city's Wildlife Protection Center. I would have definitely left that meeting early. Well, still to come on your Suncoast News, why downtown Venice business owners want the city to ban liquor from street festivals and special events.
And an update on the Sarasota Bayfront project as commissioners continue to discuss the future of a former museum.
Reorganizing a space in your home? Save up to 15% on our premium finishes during the California Closets Autumn Upgrade event. Contact us today for a free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
For the best car buying experience, go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat in Sarasota, where you always get better prices and a bigger selection, like KBB's 2017 Best Buy Award overall winner, the Chrysler Pacifica, for just $22,999. Or save big and get the new Chrysler 300 Touring with an MSRP over $30,000 for just $21,999. That's a savings of over $8,000. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat in Sarasota today.
A policeman stopped.
Yeah, it was the lady parked next to me.
I called my wife.
My dad got up in the middle of the night.
My neighbor helped me out.
I called a tow truck.
Anyone can jumpstart your car, but for replacing a dead battery and installing it for free, there's no one like Batteries Plus bulbs.
I'll install it myself.
I'd like you to do it.
Visit batteriesplus.com for a store near you.
My life motto is keep moving. And as hard as it was when my husband passed away, I knew I had to keep doing what I love. Oops, coming. But I needed help with my insurance, and that's what the NAIC provides. They have resources to help you and your family make the best decision, and they'll help you to keep moving forward, just like me.
Recovery from mental and substance use disorders is real.
You can recover.
It's possible. It happens every day.
Never give up on yourself.
Discover hope and help.
I thought I was too far gone. I wasn't.
Join the Voices for Recovery.
The world is a beautiful place again.
For 24-hour free and confidential information and treatment referral for mental and substance use disorders for you or someone you know, call 1-800-662-HELP.
Imagine a world filled with pillow fights, playgrounds, and the search for the perfect climbing tree. Every kid deserves that world, but 1 in 5 kids in America struggle with hunger. At No Kid Hungry, we're committed to creating a world where every kid eats healthy food every day. We raise funds, we help families, and we lift up communities.
Reorganizing a space in your home? Save up to 15% on our premium finishes during the California Closet's Autumn Upgrade event. Contact us today for a free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.